All right. It's that kind of day. I hope the sound is working today. It was odd yesterday. Perfect for Mercury retrograde. All right. There we go. That'll have to be good. Okay. Hi, Danny Eigel. Can you let me know that the sound is coming through so we don't have a repeat of yesterday? If you don't mind. Light the candle here. Happy new moon in Libra. It's a chance for some resetting. Big reset. Energies are very strong. I don't have to tell you guys that. Sound is good. Awesome. Thank you, Danny. All right, let me clear yesterday's spread. We're here for our daily spread today on October the 16th, 2020. Huge shifts going on. Huge shifts going on. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards. The energy we're moving away from. There it is. All right, the energy of the present moment. This is for collective energies, what we're all co-creating in the present moment together. One more card for the energy we're moving toward as a potentiality in the near future. Okay. Hi, Papa. Papa John, I guess. I met you at Classic Rock Couture last week, I believe. Okay, here we go. The candle is lit. I'm tapping in. A collective reading for our daily spread. Give us this day our daily spread, October 16th, 2020. New moon in Libra. Didn't I draw this yesterday? I did. It was the present moment. So, well, there you go. Now it's recent past. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is Major Arcanum 10. Now, in numerology, really only numbers 1 through 9 exist because everything condenses down to a single digit. So the number 10 is a bit anomalous. However, just like the Tree of Life in Kabbalah, which has 10 energy centers connected by 22 lines, the tarot has numbers 1 through 10 and 22 major arcanum. So that to me is a numerological strand between the Torah of Kabbalah, the ancient Hebrew Old Testament, first 5 books, and this specific Marseille Tarot deck. They're very much linked, in my opinion. So let's get into the card. The Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcanum 10. This is the portal and the gateway to the upper octave of the Major Arcanum. So you climb the ladder of 1 through 9, and then you hit the number 10, which represents finality, completion, and renewal all at the same time. So it's simultaneous, out with the old, in with the new, and finalizing, completing a major pattern. This wheel represents the wheel of karma. We have our flesh-colored body and our yellow mental body. So this is our intellect being embodied in the flesh, and that can spin around this wheel lifetime after lifetime, playing out the same roles with the same people, trying to get past karmic lessons. As Dolores Cannon, my favorite guru, once said that, you cannot escape this card. Dolores Cannon said that, I lost my train of thought there. She said something great because everything she said is great. Oh, I remember. She said, you can, in the school of Earth, you cannot skip a grade, but you can repeat the same grade over and over again. So if you're stuck on the wheel of karma and you just can't get it past it, you're going to keep doing this lifetime after lifetime. And that's your flesh body and your mental body spinning around and around. They're floating, buoying on the spiritual light blue waters. Light blue is the color of the sky. It's the color of heaven. It represents spirituality. So the foundation of getting off of this wheel of karma is tapping into spiritual energy, which is available to everyone, right? Now, this figure represents your higher self. It also is light blue. So this is your higher self, your heavenly body. He has an active crown of yellow, so he's connected cosmically to information. He has red wings, masculine wings, which I think is interesting. And even though these two figures down here that are stuck in the lower energies, just spinning around and around, they both have equal amounts of dark blue and red. Red is divine masculine active energy, and dark blue is receptive divine feminine energy. When there's an equal balance of red and blue in the card, as there is in this one, that tells me that we're not neglecting an aspect of ourselves, but rather we all have masculine and feminine within us. It doesn't matter what kind of body we have. We all have these dualistic energies, and if you neglect an aspect of yourself, you're going to have to pull it out at some point. So once you pull out all the red and the blue, then the goal is to purple those energies, mix the red and the blue, integrate. Purple represents inner unification and wholeness and completeness from within. Purple is the color of the crown chakra. It's also the master color of the Marseille Tarot, and there's very little of it in it. Now, I say all of that because this higher self being has all of this purple right here, which represents he's calling you to integrate and move up. He wants you to ascend through this portal so that you can climb the ladder of 1 through 9 all over again, but do so on the upper octave of the major arcanum. Once you pass through the Wheel of Fortune, then the X is in front of the 1 through the 9. It's like a badge of honor, in my opinion. He also holds this white sword. White is the color of purity. And he wants to cut away whatever attachments, whatever karmic contracts are keeping you stuck on the wheel. He wants to cut that away with his white sword of purity. And he's inviting you to go through this portal and ascend upward. You have to pass this test to get to the next upper octave, okay? So as a collective, what karmic contracts, what pieces of ourselves are we not integrating? How can we tap in? A new moon is a wonderful time to tap into that receptive, fresh start, new beginnings, new cycle energy. So, work with the new moon tonight as it is conjunct the sun. And I just looked at the sun outside. It is bright white today, bright white. It wasn't that way yesterday. So much energy coming in. Recent past is the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcanum 10. Okay. What's the present moment today for our collective energies? October 16th, 2020. The 8 of Cups. All right. Cups are the water sign. That represents your emotional life, love, relationships, and your relationship to receiving love from the divine. Now, the number 8 is a very interesting number because it's even, which means it's feminine and receptive. However, in numerology, it stands for action, change, and regeneration. So the number 8 messed with me for a minute because I was like, how can you be feminine and active at the same time? And in meditation one day, I saw the number 8 and I heard the phrase receptive action. So what the number 8 represents to me is when something comes up that triggers you, instead of allowing yourself to go down the same neural pathways and react emotionally the same way you did in the past in ways that don't serve you, instead of just being impulsive and reactive, it's a chance to say, wait a minute, this is coming up as a lesson to teach me something. I put this in my life for a reason. So how can I go within and tap in and receive the information that I need on which to take action in order to resolve this situation? This is confirmed to me by the middle of the card. The spine of the card represents the spine of your body. The heart chakra is right in the middle. There's a small red dot of masculine action surrounded by all this light blue spiritual and dark blue intuitive leaves that kind of have the motion of a vortex. So what this says to me is when you're in the action that you need to take is far less outweighed by the reception. So that whole idea of you can work half as hard for twice as much money when you're in flow and when you're listening. It doesn't have to be a struggle. How you receive love from divine, whatever you want to call God, the top half of the card is the Holy Trinity. How you give that love back to the physical world around you is the Holy Trinity in reflection. And then these 2 cups around the heart, which represent self-love to me, are heavily protected by this emotional intelligence, yellow vines coming from the heart intelligence. These 2 cups are heavily protected by these 4 spiritual leaves. And this is that self-love. Now, why is this stem red and this one orange? I don't know. I have to figure that out. There's tons of little tiny clues in the minor arcanum of the Marseille Tarot. This is one of them. It'll come to me one of these days. So, and lots of orange in the card. And orange is that blend of yellow and red. Yellow is logic, intellect, and idea, and red is masculine, active energy. So when you take what you've learned, yellow, and apply it into your life actively, red. Sorry, a phone call came in. You mix red and yellow, and you get the color orange, which represents fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. All right, so we're moving away from Major Arcanum 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Receptive action, again, working with the receptive energy of the moon. She reflects the light of the active sun. The moon is the mother, the sun is the father. Receive information on which actions to take to help us ascend as a collective into the higher octave. This is really speaking to me. What are we moving towards collectively? The Devil. The Devil card, Major Arcanum 15. It is on the upper octave of the card. You can see the badge of honor, and it's the number 5 on the upper octave. 5 is the number of conflict, change, and expansion. So this represents a test, a big test. The Devil is temptation, temptation into addiction, debased sexual practices, the things that we do that we know aren't good for us. The devil is the one who tempts us into these trickster energies that keep you chained to this monopod pedestal of yellow. And yellow is that mental body. So the anchor of the devil, he's standing on a thought program, on mental programming. And these two figures, which represent your dualistic selves, are chained. Their fulfillment, orange, is chained to the bottom of what this guy is anchoring down. So even though he's the devil and he represents the dark energies, he's still playful. He's crossing his eyes, he's sticking out his tongue. He obviously has the anatomy of both genders. And his wings with which he soars, more mental programming, yellow. He's waving at you, he's teasing you, he's playing with you. But the lesson here is that even the dark stuff, you put it in your path, you create it and put it in your path so that you can grow from it. He's still lots of tech issues. Mercury retrograde today. Wow. Okay. These two figures are standing on black ground. Black represents ego. So they're grounded in their ego. And when they defeat this lesson of the devil and he disappears, it's almost like this thing just floats away. So we need to break the mental programming and fight this dark attack, these dark entity attacks. We have to fight them individually because everything we do individually feeds into the collective. So this makes great sense to me, guys. We need to ascend off the wheel of karma. We have to smarten up and listen to our higher selves and integrate and purple. Right now is the time emotionally to tap in and go within for guidance on which actions you can take individually to affect the collective, to resolve the current situation that we're in as a group of humanity. And we will be tested. This is coming in the near future. We need to pass this test, okay? That is our daily spread for October 16th, 2020. I love you all in unity and grace. I'm going to post a link to a Barbara Marciniak video that I just listened to after 4 years. It was recorded 3 days before the 2016 election. And listening back in retrospect and weighing our past 4 years, versus what actually happened. Listen to the predictions versus what actually happened, if you're so inclined. I think it might be enlightening for those who are drawn to this information. Okay, I'm Tarot by Keith. I do personal online readings. If you'd like to book, my Facebook page, Tarot by Keith, has that. I'm doing personal readings in Bisbee, Arizona. The next 3 days, if you happen to be in Arizona, come down to Bisbee, and I do donation-based readings. And I'll be back tomorrow. This is a daily thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Much love.